Hey, what's up guys? Bajheera here. Now for this video, I'm going to be walking you guys through a bit of a back day that I did the other day. Now, for me right now, back days are almost a little bit like a recovery day. Not necessarily because I'm not working hard, just because I'm not doing a heavy compound movement every time, basically. So, kind of the way I have my workout routine scheduled right now is the big 3 days for me where I'm, big effort, heavy weight, are going to be on bench days, on squat days, and on deadlift days. On bench, I'm doing a few other accessory exercises. I'm doing some incline. I mean, the flat bench is kind of the heaviest stuff, and then I also go pretty heavy on incline now as well. Then I'll also do some hammer strength machines if I'm not feeling too dead, and I'll do, some tricep push downs and some kind of like pec deck kind of things, some flies. And then on squat days, obviously, I'll do my squats, and I often won't do anything else except squats. I'll do some, big heavy squats, back squats, and then I'll do a few front squats and some straight-legged deadlifts. And on my deadlift days, I will do big heavy deadlifts, and if I can muster it, I'll do some leg accessories. So I almost treat my deadlift days as a second leg day. And I will do those, every, I guess, 3 days. So if I was going to hit a big lift day, I would then do, at least for squat and deadlift, I would make sure I have at least 2 days in between squat and deadlift workouts. And this back day is one of those workouts I would put in between. I will do back day and like arms and shoulders day as 2 recovery days to put in between a big heavy day so that my legs aren't too beat up. And oftentimes what I'll do is I'll do like a squat workout, two of these workouts, and then I'll do a chest day, and then I'll do a deadlift day. And then of course, once again, do like, 2 days of recovery, and then a chest day, and then another like a squat day or something like that. So I'm giving my body ample time to recover while also being able to get in the gym every day, because for me, going to the gym isn't just about, the training part of it. It's actually very important for me in terms of my mental, just feeling good, basically, especially during the winter time. I'm one of those guys that definitely can feel the effects of winter on my mood, on my, emotions, I suppose. So I think training twice a day, especially once we get into the new house, which we're moving into tomorrow, by the way. Once we get that set up with the home gym, I can see myself doing some light morning workouts or heavy morning workouts with a light afternoon workout, something like that. And that'll be a whole lot of fun. I'm also hoping to stream those, so get hyped for that as well. But anyway, I tend to digress during these gym vlogs. But anyway, I'm using these workouts as a way to recover actively. But I think it's also good to keep blood moving. Obviously, that helps recovery. And it just obviously helps me stay in a good mental space. But I'm also, my back is an area that needs to improve. So a back training day that involves more hypertrophy style, more bodybuilding movements, is still going to be helpful. Now, I do go over and do some barbell work. Now, I'm doing some bent over rows, not very heavy bent over rows. But I think these are definitely helping my upper back grow. And my upper back is definitely a point that needs a lot of emphasis in terms of my training to improve. So I'm also doing a few deadlifts. I think this is still probably a bent over row. Just taking my time. So the reason I'm doing these is bent over rows are obviously good for your back, your upper back, but I'm also pairing these with some shrugs. And I've done a lot of different kinds of shrugs. I showed you guys doing shrugs with just 2 45-pound weights, shrugging them that way. But I think that right now, my favorite shrug is probably with a barbell, and I haven't really done a lot of barbell shrugs before. But one of the reasons I like these bent over rows and the barbell shrugs is because I think this will help me a lot with my deadlift. And I'm definitely, as you guys will notice, I'm definitely not being super strict about the way I'm moving my body. Like, I'm allowing myself a little bit of swing, a little bit of movement, because when you're deadlifting, there is a lot of, you're using your whole body, so you're not going to be, super isolatory on a big compound deadlift. Now, obviously, you want to use good form. You don't want to be swinging all over the place, but allowing myself to have my hamstrings and my glutes be supportive and using my hips to be supportive when I'm doing a bent over row, I'm okay with that. But after that, I can't, even though I'm not doing heavy deadlifts, I can't really help myself when I get the bar set up. So I'm not going to go very heavy on these deadlifts. I'm just doing these for form, just getting some blood moving in my legs, and I'm definitely trying to feel the weight a lot on my traps and have that be, just, pattern learning, just trying to get my form right on deadlifts. I'm not going very heavy, so I definitely can try to use good form, good mechanics, and also just let my body have a little bit of extra deadlifting going on, because I'm a believer in that. I definitely think that heavy weight is the way forward in terms of making progress and getting stronger. But I think that repetitions, even with not heavy weight, are still helpful in terms of building pathways and probably even helping you recover, and it just feels good. I think having, you know, one of the reasons I like training so much is it actually just feels good to put your body up against resistance and power through it, even if it's not super crazy resistance. Right now, I'm just doing 275, which is something I definitely can do for reps, which is cool. I'm proud about that. Definitely want to improve my deadlift over time. If you guys, you know, have watched gym vlogs in the past, you'll know that I took deadlift out of my program for a while I was training for my physique show, because I felt like if I was going to get hurt doing anything, it was going to get hurt doing deadlifts, and I didn't especially need the deadlift at the time, I thought, for, you know, my physique to be what I needed it to be for my physique show. Moving forward, though, I definitely think that deadlift is going to be huge for me, because I think, looking back, one of the areas I needed the most improvement was my back and my upper back specifically. So doing deadlifts in this, quote, off season is going to be helpful moving forward if I want to continue to compete in physique. And I do. But I think another fun thing that I talked about before is that I think I'm going to take at least 2 years before I compete again in physique. I'm going to try to do that at least. We'll see if I can keep myself away. But I think if I do get the itch to compete, I think it would be fun to eventually compete in powerlifting. Now I know I am nowhere near strong enough to compete in powerlifting, but I also have never trained for powerlifting. So I'm wondering if over the next year or two, if I actually, you know, continue to incorporate more of a powerlifting style, more powerlifting type training into my training, I'm wondering if we won't get strong enough to try, at least give it a try, you know? But the other thing is, I'm basically sort of powerlifting, not every day of the week. I guess I'm doing powerlifting style in terms of like 5x5 and, you know, trying to really focus on, you know, getting stronger and pushing heavier weights. I'm doing that like, I guess, 3 or 4 days out of the week. And then I have recovery days in between where I do bodybuilding, hypertrophy work, like this kind of thing. Still doing exercise, still training, still improving towards the long-term goal of getting bigger and stronger. But I'm not only doing power such that I'm going to beat myself up too much. Because, I mean, I love the gym. I'm not interested in getting injured. You know, I try to give myself plenty of food right now since I'm bulking. Try to get enough recovery. Try to sleep a little bit between all the fun activities we get to do with you know, making videos and streaming for you guys, which I love, by the way. Can never thank you guys enough for those opportunities. And this is another one of those things where I am in a position where I can get up and get myself to the gym and have that structure a really fun and productive day for me. As a side note, I've always gone to the gym and I've always, you know, fit the gym time in, but especially right now when things are going well, you know, the gym is a time for me not necessarily to get away from things that are stressing me out, but basically just sort of really reflect on and make use of all the positive energy that you guys are giving me. So definitely appreciate that, you guys. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the workout. Hope you guys have gotten some idea of the way I'm structuring my training right now. Hopefully your training's going well as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!